Borek, and I'm back. I am back today to finish the rest of our book that we have been reading all week. I'm excited, but I'm also sad because I have enjoyed so much reading this book to you guys. But I hope that you guys love the ending of this book, and I hope that you have enjoyed the book all week as I have. So today I'm going to finish reading the book, The Lorax. That's right. Today we have a very important question. I want you guys to think really hard. How has the town changed? I know that I've brought it to your attention a lot as we've read this book. I've told you guys, oh my goodness, look at how beautiful it was. Look at how beautiful. And then look at how icky it is, the smog and the smoke and the nastiness. So that's our question for today. How did the town change from the Onceler's factory? His factory had a big impact on this town. It was so, I don't want to tell you. You have to read, you have to listen, you have to find out. After I am done reading, fill in those boxes, answer this question, figure out, how did the town change? What happened because the Onceler wanted to make all of those Thneeds? What happened because he thought there was such a need for Thneeds? What happened? Let's find out. We're going to start where we stopped yesterday, okay, friends? So now remember, the humming, what are they called? The humming fish and the barbaloots and all of the animals started to leave because there was too much smoggy smog and too much icky goo and all of these things and no food. There were crummies in their tummies instead of berries and fruit. Remember that? Let's see what else happened. Not only did he hurt the animals, but he also hurt the environment. He also hurt the town. Oh, and then I got mad. I got terribly mad. This is the Onceler talking. And I yelled at that Lorax. Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap, yap, yap. Bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir. I have my rights. I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I am biggering and figuring and biggering and biggering and biggering. He means business. He really is biggering and biggering. Look at those words. They got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I am biggering and turning more truffula trees into Thneeds. You know, Thneeds, which everyone needs. Everyone needs Thneeds. That's what the Onceler thinks. Everyone needs Thneeds. At what cost? All the barbaloots are gone and the hummingfish are gone and everybody is Oh my gosh. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall, the very last truffula tree of them all. How has the town changed? Before the Onceler's factory was built, guys, there were tons and tons of truffula trees. And after, there are none. They're all gone. And that's only one way that the town has changed. No more trees, no more Thneeds, no more work to be done. So in no time, my uncles and my aunts and everyone all waved goodbye. They jumped into the cars and drove away under the smoggy smog stars. Now, all that was left underneath the bad-smelling sky was a big empty factory, the Lorax and I. So now there's no more bears, there's no more birds, there's no more fish. All that's left in the town is the Lorax, the factory, and the Onceler. Wow, this town really has changed. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance, just gave me a very sad backwards glance, as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants, and I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he heisted himself and took leave of this place. Now not even the Lorax is in the town. Through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace, he threw himself out into the space. Wow. Now there's really nothing in the town except the Onceler and his factory. Well, unless you count all the smoggy smog and the ooey goo and the crummy crumbs. This town sure has changed. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with the one word, unless. That's the word he left. Unless. Whatever that means. Well, I just couldn't guess. That was so long ago, long, long ago. But each day since that day, I have sat here and I have worried and worried and worried away. Through the years, while my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all my heart. Seems like he does care a little bit. Maybe he's not so greedy and rude and mean. Maybe he has thought that he's made a mistake, that he's ruined the home of all these animals and the trees and the smog and the air. Maybe he realizes that his factory wasn't such a good thing at all, and maybe people didn't need so many needs. But now, says the Onceler, now that you are here, the word of the Lorax seems so perfectly clear. Unless someone like you, who cares a whole lot, nothing is going to get better. It's just not. Unless someone like you comes along, the Onceler tells the little boy. So catch, calls the Onceler. He lets something fall. It's a truffula seed. It's the last of all. You're in charge of the last of the truffula seeds. And a truffula tree is what everyone needs. Now the Onceler understands they don't need the needs. They actually need the trees. The trees are what's important to everyone. So plant a new truffula tree. Treat it with care. Give it clean water and fresh, clean air. Grow a forest. Protect it from all axes that hack. Then the Lorax and all of his friends can come back. And all those truffula trees. And things can be just as it was before the factory. And that's the end of our story. My friends, how did the town change after the Onceler built his factory? That's what I want you guys to be thinking of. We learned lots of different ways that it changed. Before its factory, there were barbaloots and hummingfish and truffula trees and all this wonderful, beautiful color. And then after he built that factory, there was smoggy smog and ooey goo and no animals, only crummy crumbs. That's it. This town has changed a lot, or did change a lot after. It changed after the Onceler built that factory. I need you to tell me just exactly how it changed. If I'm not your teacher, check with your teacher. Ask him if there's an assignment for this. If there's not, if your teacher isn't following along with me, if you're just watching these videos because you think I'm amazing, thank you. And just write it in a journal or on a rando piece of paper. Just make sure you are biggering that brain, learning lots and lots and lots of things, okay? All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this story. I know I enjoyed reading it. I love it. I'm going to show you the pictures one more time because they're so awesome. So remember, in the beginning of our story, when the little boy first arrived, the town was so icky and sticky, and I said it looks like a haunted house, but back in the day, it was so gorgeous before that Onceler came. Look at all these truffula trees and all of the hummingbird fish and hummingbird fish, whatever they're called, I don't remember. All the barbaloots and all the wonderfulness before he built that icky factory. And slowly it began to change. It began to turn into a town where nobody could live, where the Barbaloots had no food, and the water was so icky and filled with all this blah 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 goo. I hope that the little boy, I hope that he grows some more truffula trees. And with the trees, the Barbaloots will come back because they'll have truffula fruit to eat. And the hummingbirds will come because there will be fresh, clean air for them to breathe. And all things will go back to those bright, wonderful colors. Kind of bright like my shirt, right? Do I look like a truffula tree? I hope you enjoyed this book, guys. I love you. I miss you. I thank you so much for watching, and come back next week for some more reading. Bye, friends.